Most people don't gain weight because they eat too much. They gain weight because their daily habits quietly work against the way the body was designed to burn fat. And this is the part no one tells you. It's not the extra meal, it's not the missed workout, it's the constant subtle signals you send your body throughout the day that whisper, store fat. Hold on to it. Don't let it go. You could be eating clean and still gaining. You could be trying your best and still feeling stuck. Not because you're weak, but because your biology is simply responding to the environment you create for it. This is why the 2-shred challenge is different. It's not built on punishment, intensity, or forcing your body to do something unnatural. Instead, it guides you back to the rhythm your body has always wanted, simple daily actions that flip the switch from storage to burning. You'll feel like you're finally working with your body instead of fighting it. As you listen, you'll realize that weight loss becomes almost effortless when you stop overwhelming your system and start supporting the intelligent design that's been trying to help you all along. The first hour of your morning is not just the beginning to your day. It is the moment your entire hormonal system decides which direction it will follow, fat burning or fat storing. The body is incredibly intelligent and it listens closely to the very first signals you send after waking. This is why a calm, intentional morning routine becomes one of the most powerful tools for weight loss. When you open your eyes, your cortisol awakening response naturally rises. This is not stress. This is the body's way of gently turning the engine on. Cortisol mobilizes energy, prepares your mind, sharpens your focus, increases metabolic readiness. But this natural rise becomes harmful only when it meets chaos, noise, screens, sugar, or rushing. The first signal you give your body is panic. The hormonal cascade shifts towards storage and protection. If the first signal is balance, your metabolism moves toward burning and healing. This is why hydration, a few deep breaths, or stepping briefly into sunlight become more powerful than most people realize. When you hydrate early in the morning, you tell your liver and kidneys, we are ready to process and clean. Overnight, your body concentrated its fluids to repair tissues. Morning hydration thins the blood, improves circulation, wakes up digestion gently and helps stabilize blood sugar before the first bite of food. When you take a few slow breaths, your nervous system shifts from alert survival mode into a calmer state that allows fat oxidation to occur throughout the day. When you expose your eyes and skin to natural sunlight, even for a few minutes, you reset your circadian rhythm, improve cortisol timing, increase serotonin levels that later convert into melatonin for better sleep at night. Better sleep means better fat burning. Cycle begins right here in the morning. Some people add a simple metabolic routine, 10 slow squats, a short walk, or light stretching. You're not trying to burn calories, you're signaling activation. Muscles contract, glucose is transported into cells more efficiently. Insulin sensitivity rises. This is one of the greatest gifts you can give your metabolism early in the day. When you improve insulin sensitivity in the morning, your body is far less likely to store fat from your meals later on. It becomes more willing to use energy instead of trapping it inside fat cells. These small moves gently wake up the mitochondria, the little engines inside every cell that decide how efficiently you'll burn fuel. The power of this morning anchor lies in its simplicity. You're not forcing the body. You're aligning with its natural biology. You're creating a calm beginning, much like setting the tone of a symphony before the first note is played. When you stop shocking the system and start supporting it, The body responds with ease. It becomes ready to burn fat, ready to heal, and ready to guide you toward the transformation you've been trying to achieve for so long. People believe weight loss is simply about reducing portions, eating less, or choosing healthier foods, yet the body operates on a deeper rhythm that has nothing to do with cutting calories. The real driver of fat loss is insulin, and insulin is shaped far more by when you eat than by how much you eat. Every time you take a bite, whether it's a full meal, a handful of nuts, a sip of juice, or even that innocent biscuit with tea, your insulin rises. And when insulin is high, your body cannot burn fat. It doesn't matter if the food is clean or organic, you've locked the door to your fat stores. Understanding this becomes a gentle shift, not a punishment, because it means you don't have to starve yourself. You simply need to give your body moments of quiet where insulin can fall. This is where meal timing becomes one of the most powerful tools for weight loss. When you create fasting windows between meals, 3, 4, or even 5 hours, you allow your insulin to drop back down to baseline. That drop signals the body to switch from storing energy to releasing it. Without these windows, your metabolism remains stuck in a fed state all day long. Many people wake up eating, snack between meals, nibble out of boredom, and end the day with something sweet. They never truly step out of the insulin-dominant mode, and they wonder why weight loss feels impossible. Even when they feel they are not overeating, it's not the quantity, it's the frequency. The body never gets a chance to burn its own fat. When you begin eating in structured windows, perhaps 2 or 3 meals without constant grazing, you introduce a rhythm that aligns beautifully with your biology. Your pancreas gets to rest. Your bloodstream gets to stabilize. Your cells become more sensitive to insulin instead of resistant. Insulin sensitivity is one of the strongest predictors of long-term fat loss. When the body becomes sensitive again, you don't need a flood of insulin to handle your meals. A small, gentle rise is enough, and the body quickly returns to a fat-burning mode afterward. This is why some people naturally report clear thinking, lighter digestion, and more steady energy when they space their meals. They are experiencing the relief their metabolism has been craving. Fasting windows do not mean suffering. They simply mean allowing the body to finish one job before starting the next. When you eat late at night, snack frequently, or use food as entertainment, you unintentionally keep your metabolism locked in storage mode. When you give it structure, you offer it space to breathe. You create an environment in which fat cells can finally open. This is not about perfection. It is about consistency, a gentle discipline, calm respect for the hormonal dance inside you. And once you align with it, the body begins to respond quickly, almost gratefully, though it has been waiting for you to give it this chance. Movement does not need to be extreme for it to transform the body. In fact, body responds far more beautifully to gentle, repeated signals than to rare, punishing workouts. This is the part many people misunderstand. They assume fat loss requires intensity, sweat pouring, heart racing, muscles burning. But the human body is not designed to thrive under constant strain. What it wants is consistency, circulation, and rhythm. During this 2-shred challenge, the movement ritual is simple, deliberate, and sustainable. Because the real goal is not to burn calories. It is to change your hormonal environment so fat burning becomes easier all day long. When you move lightly and regularly, you activate your biggest metabolic organ, your muscles. Even a slow walk, a gentle set of squats, or a few minutes of stretching begins mobilizing glycogen, the stored form of glucose inside your muscles. as glycogen is used, your cells send a signal that energy is needed, and the body responds by releasing stored fat to refill that gap. This is one of the quiet advantages